With blood and rage of crimson red, ripped from a corpse so freshly dead, together with our hellish hate, we'll burn you all. That is your fate.
This is Red Lantern Russell from
Tomes of Evil,
and you're listening to Sector 2814, a Green Lantern podcast.
Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Don't miss out on our comic book creator interviews, including our monthly Chichester chats with comic book legend D.G. Chichester, superhero movie brackets in our search for the worst comic book movie of all time, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Luke of Perich, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks podcast.
I, of course, love Hal Jordan. In brightest day,
in blackest nights,
no evil shall escape my sight,
but those who worship evil's might.
Beware my power.
Green Lantern's light. Hello and welcome back to another episode of Sector 2814, the Green Lantern podcast. I am Phil. Joining me, as always, that Hal Jordan lover it is.
I am Will. Hey, everyone.
And that man who loves all of humanity, it is.
I'm a real people person. I'm mad.
That's
okay,
right.
What was the clip? I didn't hear it all when it came up.
Oh, listen to him. He's like, I'll play it after the music. Oh, I have a few new drops of you, Mr. Allred.
Uh-oh.
You're catching up with Mr. Kona here. I love how Will's like, hey, did I hear me? Can we get more?
Hear me? What was it? I didn't understand what I was saying. I don't know what I say half the time.
Can we please get more of me? All right. So of course, yes, you know who you love.
I, of course, love Hal Jordan.
Okay, cool. I'm totally down with that.
And of course, you know I had to cut up.
Seems like I'm getting a package every other day.
And of course,
I blew that.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I think you guys might almost be tied. I think right now Kona might have one more than you, maybe.
Well, he is the more quotable member of the team here, typically.
It's a bit of a heel turn. The yin to Darkhawk's yang.
I love that one.
I know. It just encompasses the 90s somehow.
The yin to Darkhawk's yang.
All right, so what is new? Oh, hey, I'm sure. Did anybody see Eternals this weekend?
Nope, not me.
My wife did. I didn't see it.
Oh, that's right. I think I did see she went on. Was it Instagram? She did go to the movies. Oh, did she like it?
Yeah, she did. She liked it.
It was kind of. I thought it was good. It was kind.
I told her not to tell me anything about it.
Okay. So. I mean, I thought it was good. The only thing I said is like it's a little over 2.5 hours. They could have like kind of cut it down, edited it a little tighter, so it was a little shorter. But I mean, besides that, I thought it was pretty good.
Awesome.
So.
Yeah.
Our pal Makari.
Oh yes, she was in there.
She's now a she, so
yes. I mean, it wasn't bad. I mean, I don't think she got as much as some of the others too.
Well, I mean, but besides, just the gender flip, pretty much the character that we know from Quasar.
Not really, because I don't know if they did this because of who the actress was playing the character, but the character is deaf, so.
Oh.
She really doesn't speak, just does sign language. I was like, oh man, I don't care if you do sign language, but how about, talking like comic book Makari, like, oh, hey, that's groovy, dude,
Yeah, like L.
Yeah,
like
no, nothing like that. Yeah, no. Yeah, I mean, you get more of Icarus and Cersei and stuff, so yeah.
Cool. I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Yeah.
Well, I'll probably end up waiting until it hits, Disney Plus, but.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of, Shang-Chi hits on Friday, so. If you guys want to
awesome.
watch it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, I don't think this spoils anything, but Orisham, the Celestial, looks good. So, yeah, we should when the time comes, and it will come, they should be able to give us a proper Galactus this time. So,
awesome.
Yeah.
Hawkeye debuts pretty soon, doesn't it?
The day before Thanksgiving.
Day before Thanksgiving.
So about
cool.
2 weeks. Yep. Yeah, can't wait. I think they're dropping the first 2 that first day, so yeah.
All the Marvel news on your Green Lantern podcast.
I'll do something, DC.
Yeah. Let's see. They hired, I think I mentioned this last time, they hired a new production person on the HBO Max Green Lantern series, but it's still like a ways off from what I was reading, quite a ways.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man, I don't want to spoil anything, but yeah, there's 2 end credit scenes in Eternals, and a character shows up in one of them who, Mr. Allred used to read back in the day, so.
Back in the day, huh?
Should I message you so I don't spoil Cone?
Don't spoil me. Don't spoil me. I want to be surprised. Okay. Is he the yin or she? Possibly the yin to Darkhawk's yang?
No, I was going to say I won't spoil much, but yeah, I don't think this character's met Darkhawk.
I know. That's going for the joke there, and you totally just took the wind out of my sails, man. Thanks.
The yin to Darkhawk's yang. Slow down. We need this for drops. When he gives me his bone.
I love that one.
Trying to think.
What's going on in DC world?
That's what
I read Green Lantern 7. Good issue. I still feel like that this is going to read a lot better as a chunk, because the wait between issues and then kind of the way it's divided doesn't seem like we're getting enough for that month-long wait. Ultimately the stories are going to come together. I get that. It's just that reading from month to month with kind of the way it's paced, I could see how that might turn some people off. I mean, I'm in it for the long haul, so it doesn't matter to me, but it is getting interesting now.
Unfortunately, it seems like a lot of them write for trades now, so it's, they write them as almost like one big story, and then they just chop them up in the individual issues. It's like,
well, I mean, I think the individual issues are probably structured so that you're getting a chunk. I just feel like you're getting a beginning, a middle, and an end of a small part of the overall story. It's just that it seems like such a small chunk with that division, and I know that division is not artificial. It's the way the story is being told, because that's the way the story needs to be told. It's just, the story seems to be taking a long time, and it's not the story's fault. I feel like it's more because it's month to month than, a problem with the story. But
oh, I know what I was going to ask. So Jeffrey Thorne, that's the Green Lantern writer, right?
Yep.
Okay, so because I believe, let me see if I got this right in this article. It looks like he's going to be writing something at Marvel in February.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Spinning out of Spider-Man Beyond, it seems like I don't know if it's just going to be a one-shot or what, but remember the Slingers from the 90s?
I saw something on the Slingers today. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember them. Okay, sorry, I got to do something else now. But yeah, the Slingers.
Yeah. Yeah, because I guess Hobie Brown, the original Prowler, is going to take over as a Hornet, because they still haven't brought back the original Hornet after Wolverine killed him.
Oh, okay. I did not know that.
There's that Enemy of the State story where the Hand brainwashes Wolverine.
Okay.
So I don't know. I'm guessing since Miles Morales is uncool as the Prowler now, so they're giving Hobie Brown something to do. I don't know. So Jeffrey Thorne must not be exclusive to DC. So yeah, because he's going to be writing. Like I said, I don't know if that's just a one shot or.
He's a good writer. I'm really interested to see what he's going to do. So I may have to check that one out.
Talk to us.
We've still got a ways to go to get to those issues.
Oh, I know. I don't care, man. We'll do a special episode. We'll do an after school special. I don't care. So you got your monthly box of comics, William. Anything else tickle your fancy besides Green Lantern?
I finally got the last issue of Strange Tales, so I'm going to try to sit down and read that when I have a few moments. Read all 12 issues.
You mean Strange Adventures?
Strange Adventures, sorry. Strange Tales. That's Marvel.
Exactly. Okay, so you didn't read it yet?
Not yet, yeah. But I do have the final issue of it, and I'm waiting a little bit to get the rest of Batman and Catwoman. Those have looked beautiful. I had to get the cover with Phantasm. I mean,
yeah. Well, that whole series isn't done yet, and then Tom King started a new one. I didn't get the first one yet. Lilith liked it. I should go out and pick up. I think the first one just came out. I need to pick that up. He's doing Human Target now.
Yeah, I've seen a little bit about that. I'd never really been a fan of the character, but it might be worth checking out just because of the art team on it and the writer. So
I think he's found his groove. It's just like, not tackling like the main people, just kind of taking the Mr. Miracles and the Adam Stranges of the world and doing stuff with them.
Did he do the Rorschach series? Was that him? Or was that?
I think so. Wait, I think that was him.
Okay.
I swear, you always confuse me with that.
I always get Tom King and Tom Taylor confused.
Yeah, I don't think it was Tom Taylor. So yeah, I'll double check that. But yeah, I thought we talked about that before. I thought it was Tom King. I read it too, and I don't know why. I'm just like, I don't know who it was.
Was it worth picking up?
I mean, yeah. I mean, if you like a murder mystery and stuff, yeah, it's worth it. I mean, if you're looking for like the original Rorschach character, I mean, yeah, you're not really going to find, there's the loosest connection to Rorschach, and let's just say that. I mean, it's a good story, but if you're looking for Rorschach, you're not going to find Rorschach. Yeah, Tom King.
Tom King, gotcha.
So yeah,
Matt, have you picked up anything lately?
Besides Crossover Division 2?
Oh.
No, I haven't read it, but I got I think is it Green Lantern 8? The one that says Kilowog's Last Stand?
Well, I think that was 7. That
7.
Just came out, yeah.
It might have been 8. It might have been 8. I don't know.
Yeah.
All I know is false advertising. I don't think Kilowog was even in the issue, right?
Yeah, I follow Jeff Thorne on Twitter. He goes, "This scene does not appear in the comic. This doesn't happen."
It's fairly par for the course, right?
They put the wrong cover on the wrong book.
But the art team he's got working on that book are awesome. Marco, I'm going to butcher it. Is it Santucci, I think? And Tom Rainey.
Yeah.
One does Joe's story, the other one does John's story. But yeah, they're awesome.
Oh yeah,
it's really good work.
Hey Matt, have you been picking up any of the current Spider-Man?
No, I have not.
Oh man, I can't wait for tomorrow, man. Ben Reilly got bit by. Looked like Ben Reilly was going to get bit by Morbius, so I'm going to pick up tomorrow and see what happens.
It's a rite of passage.
Oh, did anybody see that? I guess there was a new trailer for Morbius, I guess, because that comes out in January.
I think I saw a picture come through my Twitter feed where it has like a poster of Spider-Man, calling him like a, public enemy number 1 or something on the. But I was like, I don't even know what this is. Whatever, and I moved on. So.
Oh yeah, that's another little movie coming out in December. Yeah, Spider-Man. Seen Dr. Octopus. They put out a new poster a couple days ago. If you zoom in on the right side, you could see somebody sitting on a glider.
Wonder who that could be.
Yeah. And I don't know, there's supposedly pictures. I don't know if they're true or not, but it looks like Charlie Cox's Daredevil may be confirmed, or at least Matt Murdock is confirmed. Yeah.
Interesting.
I saw a picture of him sitting at a table with Peter, Aunt May, and Happy Hogan, which is kind of ironic because in that Ben Affleck Daredevil movie, he played Foggy Nelson.
Cool. Very cool.
Will's like, I wiped that movie from my memory.
I mean, I even watched the Elektra movie too, so.
Oh my God, my brain protects me. I've tried to watch the Elektra movie many times. I fall asleep every time, and I'm not someone who falls asleep during movies, and I fall asleep during that movie every time.
Yeah.
Because I need to sit in like a very uncomfortable chair or something.
Yeah.
Get you a treadmill that powers it so you can, to watch it, you have to stay walking, stay awake.
Cattle prod. All right, so should we get to tonight's issues?
We were doing Green Lanterns 58 and 59, and then Darkstars 25 through 28.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what do you guys want to do? Do you want to try to power through the Darkstars first, or just take it in one big chunk? Or
I'm fine with that, and then talk Green Lantern.
Yeah, more in
after.
depth. Yeah.
Is that cool with you, Matt?
100%.
All right, awesome.
Even if you don't use the word big before chunk.
Just chunk it.
Sloth love chunk. So yeah, tonight we were covering Darkstars 25 through 28. Let me get some dates on this. So I know Will gave it a ringing endorsement of this series is bland.
It's kind of bland. I mean, I feel like it kind of had its own identity before Emerald Twilight, but now it's kind of been overrun by, Donna Troy from Titans, and now you get Titans characters showing up, and then you've got Green Lantern showing up with John Stewart, and you see, we got a bunch of the former Green Lanterns showing up in issue 28, right?
Yeah.
Like 7 or 8 of them or something, but it seems like it keeps it kind of divides it. This is all the new stuff we're putting in, but we've still got the old core of the book with, Colin, is that his name? Whatever his name is.
Yeah, Colin Ferris or whatever.
Yeah. So, and the art is good, but it's not, spectacular. It just, I don't know. It just kind of, it's okay. It's not awesome, but it's okay.
Yeah.
You guys think that's the problem? It's like they wanted to, I don't know if they're trying to boost sales or what, so they bring in John Stewart and Donna Troy, but it's like they're trying to do something new, but it's like, well, we don't want to alienate everyone who's already here, so we're kind of keeping all the other stuff too.
It seems like it's lost its focus. Yeah. I mean, to me, and I wasn't a reader of the book. I mean,
yeah.
And I don't know if that was why, or just like, okay, I don't know, but
I don't know if they were just like, oh yeah, Green Lanterns are gone, now it's just going to be one guy pretty much on Earth. So it's like, yeah, man, we're like the new, the book for the Galactic Police. But it's like, well, yeah, what are you doing with it? It's,
we're setting it on Earth. Okay.
Yeah, right.
I know. There's that one issue. I'm like, wait a minute. Why are the Darkstars on Earth?
Oh, well.
I mean, I get if you make either Donna or John like Earth's Darkstar, but then the other one should be out in space,
Yeah. And, we had, a couple, I think something about it that does bother me a little bit. The fight scenes, they don't have a lot of punch, if you'll pardon the pun. I mean, I think the artist is a good storyteller, but I don't think that he's probably emphasizing some of the action maybe like he should. I don't know. I just
there's
thinking about it.
There's still lots of word bubbles in the action scenes and explosions.
And two, you
a
can't
lot of attention.
And you can't get as creative as you can with like Green Lanterns. Like they can't make constructs and stuff. So it's just like, okay, what are you going to do? Okay, shoot your mazer.
That's right. And fly.
And fly some more.
And use your force field. And there you go.
I mean, it would have been interesting. It's just like, I don't think they've done this unless they do it later on. It's just like if John Stewart's, just like, oh man, I'm so like out of practice because I'm used to like having like, the energy just do whatever I want, but now I'm the suit while powerful is still very limited.
Yeah. I guess we'll see since we're going to be reading the rest of them, right?
Yep.
Oof. Yeah.
Remember, kids, I gave him the chance to get out, but Will's like, no, I love Darkstars.
I never said that.
It's so full
I said
of tasty goodness.
There's a crossover coming, and there's a Kyle shows up in another issue, so there's only like 10 issues left after this. That's 2 of them.
Yeah, and then then I think was it the next to last cover? I think was Guy Gardner on it, maybe. So I mean, They're going to be trying, yeah. That's right. But yeah, issue 30, it's like, yeah, it's Donna and Kyle on the cover. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
And Donna and Kyle. I mean, Alex has been dead, like a week and a half? I mean, we'll get into that. Sorry.
That's what we were talking about offline when we were waiting for you, Matt. I was like, well, you blow up a plane, you blow up Oa, it gets kind of randy, he's in the mood.
Yeah. I mean, you could almost use the.
Oh, here we go.
You could almost say, well, her body's not even cold, but it was in a refrigerator. That was too cold.
The views of Matt Kona are not necessarily the views of the Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks podcast. Oh my God! This must be what it was like in the later years of Babe Ruth's career, because I just saw Kona walking up to the plate, swinging his bat. I'm like, oh, here it comes. He's pointing the left field.
We got it.
Early Quantums in the days, it was just like, oh, hey, a joke. But now it's just like, oh man, I see the master winding up.
So what? Had you read these before, Matt?
No.
Yeah, me neither. Phil, you?
No. If there's a human being in the sound of my voice who's ever read these before now, yes, please email us.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I think I've said it before, but I was impressed that it went that many issues.
38, yeah. Well, again, it's the 90s. I mean, it was the 90s.
Yeah, this was the time, before the bubble kind of popped. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because tonight's 28 or 25 through 28 are November through February, November 94 through February 95. So.
Oh, wow.
So they made it to what? The end of 95 or 96, so.
Yeah.
That's about right.
I think, artwork across a lot of comic books at this time sort of, I don't know, I get this very similar vibe to it from the font of some of the covers, and they're trying to make the designs look a little bit more modern. I don't know, but it definitely it's in that realm.
I mean,
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Phil.
Sorry, I was just gonna say, I'm looking at this. It's like the art's not bad in these, but it's like if when you see Donna, and then once John Stewart gets back in the Green Lantern book, the art, that Daryl Banks art really pops more on those Darkstar suits in the Green Lantern book than it does here.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I was going to say. Look at Green Lantern number 1 from 1990.
Yeah,
and compare that to 51. I mean.
Yeah.
The book has a better quality paper. It's got better colors. The artist, I mean, Pat Broderick's a good artist, but Daryl Bank just feels like a more modern artist. The book just feels so much more modern. And, that's only, 4 years later, right? I mean, we're not talking a whole lot of time between the first number 1 and number 51, right?
I think that was very deliberate, don't you? That they're just man, we need to modernize this thing. We got to make it more welcoming, more, superhero and not more intergalactic. Yeah.
We should give him a mullet. Sorry.
Oh! No, that's only when you die and come back, Will.
Yeah, okay. That only happens for Kryptonians.
Mama say.
That's right.
Hey,
I think the artwork. I feel like it's especially more so in the Darkstars than this one. I feel like it's kind of inconsistent from page to page, whereas some pages are very rich and colorful, and others are kind of washed out or almost incomplete, or I don't know if the inker bit off more than they could chew, so he focused it more on certain sections than others.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're reading this digitally too, like I am, right?
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes you got to give it to sometimes the process they use to digitize these, doesn't help the art depending on certain art styles. Yeah.
Yeah, and some can, I guess, be certain characters, or some frames are darker than others, some panels.
Yeah, I mean, and I think the faces and the the faces veer a little bit more toward the cartoony, so sometimes it's hard to tell the characters apart, especially if they're all wearing Darkstar suits.
Yeah, right.
And I couldn't tell you how, but yeah, John looks different than he did in Green Lantern. Well, again, different art team in it. Hey, look, let's all attack and bunch together.
Yeah, all at once.
Instead of scatter. Yeah, let's all bunch up together. But yeah, I mean, a lot of this is just like inner office politics. It's like, oh, there's the guy at the top. He's got his own agenda.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of 25, when looks like Colin Ferris gets killed, and it's just like I was just like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then he shows up. Shows up alive. I was like, oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, I guess maybe you'd be more invested if you've been here since issue 1, but it's just like.
I mean, but I still feel like it's the job to capture. It's the job of the creative team to capture somebody, whether they've been there since 1 or if this is their first issue or not.
Oh, definitely.
And I don't know. I mean, everything was explained. I knew, what the motivations were, but I was like, okay, I just need to finish this because we're going to talk about it, not because I want to. And I don't know if that's, I mean, everything was clear. So the storytelling was clear. I guess I didn't find it that compelling.
Yeah, no, I don't know. It just seems like, I don't know what it even seems like. Like cleaning up a lot of stuff, like cleaning up old Green Lantern stuff, and then like issue 26, Starfire shows up for a ride home to Tamaran because she's off the Titans, Nightwing's gone. It's just like, okay. Yeah.
And aren't you glad the Guardians evacuated everybody before the planet blew up?
Wink!
Yeah, right.
Well, again, like you said, I mean, we got a brand new superhero. We don't want him killing, so it's even unintentionally. So it's like, hey, good thing they evacuated.
Yeah,
that's why they couldn't. Wink. That's why they couldn't raise a hand to stop Hal Jordan. They were too busy evacuating.
Exactly, everybody. That's right.
There you go.
Don't get me started on that.
Most of our power was diverted getting everyone off the planet. We couldn't spare any for Hal Jordan.
We couldn't, put a trip line in so that he fell on his face when he went to the central power battery because he didn't have any rings because he took his ring off. I mean,
we didn't have enough power to call John Stewart, who was on Oa,
and a Guardian. Yes.
I mean, he literally probably could have hopped in a taxi and come over. It's
yeah. Because they had taxis in the Mosaic.
Yes,
really freaky taxis.
And I assume he still had his ring until Hal blew up the battery.
And then it just disappeared, which doesn't make any sense either. But sorry, we won't rehash this.
Is that the same thing that got rid of his Guardian powers?
I guess. I mean, it doesn't make any sense.
I mean, he should have woke up. He should have woke up and been like, "Hey, my ring has no charge."
Yeah, not where's my ring.
So, okay, here's a question. It just came to me. I don't think I've ever thought of this before. So, if any of these old Green Lanterns with depowered rings had come to Kal Rayner, could they have charged off his battery?
I would think so. I don't see why not.
Because eventually you get to, hey, we should restart the Green Lantern Corps. It's like, well, don't you have some old burnout rings hanging out there? Just try charging them off that Earth guy's battery,
That might work. Hey, why wouldn't that work? I don't know.
I mean, I'll give you okay, Guy Gardner wouldn't think of that, but wouldn't John Stewart, once he meets Kal Rayner, be like, hey,
why don't we kind of
try it?
Yeah. Now, I think in the future, Kyle's ring somehow, after the crossover with Hal, he gets left with some other rings, right?
Remember, yeah, we'll get there, but it's like, past how his ring can duplicate itself, so he duplicates his ring, gives one to Kal, and then he's like, "Oh, you can use this one to duplicate, make more rings and stuff."
But those rings have still have the quote unquote yellow problem, right? Or do they?
I don't know, because it's like if you're duplicating rings in the present after the battery's destroyed and Parallax is out of there, does it still have the yellow impurity?
Yeah, it shouldn't. You'd think. I don't know.
But where are they pulling power from? Oh, we'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there.
And meanwhile, we're talking about anything, so we don't have to talk about Darkstars.
Darkstars. Hey, Darkstars 25 through 28 happened. Donna Troy did some stuff. John Stewart did some stuff.
Yeah, Starfire shows up.
Colin Farris did some stuff.
Starfire shows up in 26, gets into a fight with one of the other Darkstars at the beginning of 26.
Oh, and we find out that there are survivors on the planet of Talon, and that the Guardians got everybody off of Oa, and John's recruiting former Green Lanterns. Done.
At least that makes sense. It's like, hey, we're looking to, the Green Lanterns had, experience being, law enforcers, so it's like, why not? Oh yeah, I'm just flipping through. Yeah, Starfire's in 27 also. Yeah, and John telling all the ex Green Lanterns, yeah, it was the quickest, easiest way. You're recruiting Green Lanterns. Oh yeah, then Colin Farris meets an evil alternate version of himself.
Mirror universe. Sorry.
I know. Where's his goatee?
Exactly. Wait, the mirror universe Matt would be clean shaven, right?
Oh! Oh my God, bald and no facial hair. Very, very serious and never told a joke in his life.
Not a guy we want to meet. We like our Matt. We're going to keep our Matt.
Yes, please. I was going to say hates 90s comics.
The yin to Darkhawk's yang.
Oh man, they got to bring up in 27. They got to bring up Cosmic Odyssey.
Yes, the planet Xanshi, right?
Yep. Because Starfire's like, I don't know. I'll take your word for it, Dawn. And that John Stewart has changed. But remember that one story where he acted completely out of character
and blew up a planet because of it?
Because he was arrogant. I don't know. I was toying back and forth at the beginning of the podcast. I'm like, should we put that on the schedule? Should we?
I don't know. I mean, it's obviously an important story because it sets up the mosaic and John's everything, but
again, it's out of character,
It's so out of character, but I mean, people have used it since. I mean,
unless we cover it closer to, we will get the last survivor of Xanshi.
Oh yes, that's coming. Yeah, maybe we can do it then because that's like in the 120s or 30s.
I don't know if it might be in the 110s or something. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We'll get there. Oh, that gets weird. Oh, well, she shows back up again. What in the 130s or 40s or yeah. I mean, that gets
and
weird.
Doesn't she show up in the post-rebirth era too? As
oh yeah, maybe.
I don't know. It's been a while. But speaking of where we're getting to now, we're getting to Green Lantern numbers 58 and 59.
Yeah, no, I was flipping through those Darkstars. Yeah, nothing really to report home about there. All right, yeah, let's get to the good stuff. All right, so hey, remember that homeless guy last week? Felix. All right, so
Felix Faust.
Yeah, wow.
The hell you say? All right, so yes, Green Lantern Volume 3, number 58 from January 1995.
Woohoo!
That's right, we're past Will's worst year, 1994. I'm telling you, you lost Hal Jordan, you lost Quasar.
Yeah, it was a bad year.
Oh, Lord. The title of this one, Conjuring, by Ron Mars writer, pencilers Cully Hamler and Fred Haynes. So yeah, we got guest pencilers.
Who we know from, of course, Mosaic, and he's gotten better. He got better in the interim.
Oh yeah,
I mean, this looks really good. I mean, Mosaic looked good, but this looks better.
Oh yeah. Inker Romeo Tangle, colorist Steve Matson, letterer Albert de Guzman, and editor Kevin Dooley. All right, do a synopsis. Cal has Donna come over to help him unpack his things. I bet you did. They seem to make a connection. She wants to make a connection. And Radu comments that he likes her. After she leaves, Cal and Radu are walking when a large demon lunges out of the alley and grabs Radu, dragging him back to some netherworld. Cal dives in and rescues him, and then notices that none of the demons are touching the old homeless man. Cal uses his ring to restore the old man's memory, revealing that it's Felix Faust.
That's not going to come back to bite anybody.
Nah. Justice League's like, thanks, buddy. Faust banishes the demons back from where they came, then disappears.
To appear in The Outsiders, I believe, is the footnote, right?
Yes, yeah. Yep.
Good old editor's notes.
All right, so Mr. Kona, what did you think?
I mean, I thought it was an interesting usage of sort of getting Kyle to open up more. You know, they're trying to develop his personal life since the only relationship that we've known him to be in is over in a very drastic way.
Yes.
It is interesting that the first thing that he asks her to do is to deal with the kitchen stuff when kitchen stuff sort of
I haven't been able to look at a kitchen in weeks.
Yeah. But, you know, she reveals her, I guess, I don't know, it's weird to say like secret identity when you just see someone outside of their work uniform and you still don't know who they are. You don't go, oh, you're whoever.
Yeah, it's not.
So he still has to like say her name. It's like, she knows where you live, bro.
Dude, yeah, I know. Come on, dude.
Yeah.
Didn't think that one through very well, did he?
But again, it's Donna Troy. I mean, she's been a superhero for since she's been a teenager. It's like,
yeah,
he's trying to score. He's letting his identity out there. Come on.
Yeah.
All right, William, what did you think?
I mean,
I'm glad he didn't have to go far to find the villain, man. It was just right outside his apartment.
Right there, in the alley. These are kind of standard superhero stories that don't really have much else going on. I mean, there's not a lot to them. You know, it's just a decent standard superhero story. The art's really nice. You know, Mars knows how to write a superhero story, so that's kind of what we got. It's the focus of it is very small.
Yeah.
And narrow.
And I know he had work to do and he got interrupted, but I mean, we've been unpacking this apartment since last issue.
Yeah, no.
and he loaded the boxes in with lantern ring made movers.
Yeah.
Couldn't he just unpack them with those?
Yeah, I don't know.
Again, maybe it was just an excuse to get Donna over, you know.
Yeah.
I still say Alex hasn't been dead more than, a week or two at this point.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Come on.
He's a young, healthy man, William.
But yeah, the landlord getting, seemingly his head eaten. I guess he was just gently pulled by by the face and throat backwards into a different dimension was interesting, I guess.
He's a New Yorker.
And Green Lantern almost being like, you know what, he's good. He could fend for himself. Like almost immediately regretting attempting to save him. Yeah.
I know. Yeah, Cal standing there is like, "Hey, no one around to notice me change." It's like, what if there had been? You're just gonna let Radu just like fall through the portal? It's like,
yeah, I mean, come on. Doesn't matter.
I guess I'm not gonna pay rent next month.
Yeah.
It's New York. Weird stuff happens like that all the time.
Especially near Doctor Strange's Sanctum Sanctorum. I mean,
well, hey, those Marvel DC crossovers are coming.
That's right.
Especially in like 9 weeks. Episode 50, Green Lantern Silver Surfer.
Wow. I'm actually kind of looking forward to that. I have not read that literally in decades.
It's been a while too, and while in not the form you would like him, Will, yes, your boy does show up for that too. So
yeah, that's true. That's true.
Oh, I think that might be the only issue I have for that episode. We may have to do another live read. It's been a while.
Oh, it has been a while. Yep.
Oh, wow. Oh, well, like 3 main characters, too. That would work. Yeah, Silver Surfer, Cal Rayner, and
some other guy.
So, yeah, we might... Oh, live read. Might have to do that.
You have to always read Hal is unhinged when he's Parallax, right?
Yeah.
You could have stopped before you even got to the as Parallax part.
Okay. Ouch. Oh, you wound me.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I hear Lilith Hellfire in my head. I'm sorry.
Bigger is better.
So, yeah. I mean,
so anyway, this was a good issue. I mean, it wasn't bad. It was just not.
They're taking it slow so far. Like I said, it does pick up in the 60s, especially when you know who like starts showing up again in 62 and 63. Yeah. Oh, and issue 60s, the Guy Gardner crossover.
Mm-hmm.
MFers back.
Major Force.
Yes, Major Force. I don't know what you people were thinking.
That's right.
But yeah, so yeah, Cal restores Felix Faust's memory, and it's like he disappears, and Cal's like, "Oh well, he's the outsider's problem now."
Yeah, he's not my problem now. I don't even know who he is. Personally, if I suddenly, became a superhero, I think I'd start studying up a little bit. Try to learn the good guys from the bad guys. I don't trust someone that might, I don't know, kill me or something.
You mean like if you're a part of an organization, like you could like say go to the leader and it's like, "Hey Roy, do we have any fouls on heroes and villains?"
Yeah, maybe you could let me look through them so I could kind of know the, who to attack, who not to attack, and
maybe their database isn't as as the quality of Avengers Mansion, but
that's very true. That could be the case.
Well, I mean, anyone who's like that wouldn't just be your average superhero. Anyone who would study the fouls on their own accord would be someone great, like a protector of the universe.
Yeah, like, I don't know, Quasar.
Yes, exactly. All right, so should we get to the next one?
You bet.
All right, kids. It's a couple. I was gonna say it's a couple weeks.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
It's like a month and a half early, but yes, here, let's get to our Christmas issue, kids. And Cal's about to meet another big DC villain. All right, so Green Lantern 59, February 1995. Green Christmas. Wasn't that like a Snoop Dogg special?
I don't know.
If not, it should be.
Yes. Same team, except Daryl Banks is back as penciler. As you can tell from the cover. So,
yeah.
Cal Rayner goes to Titan's HQ so that he can be on monitor duty on Christmas Eve. Because
he doesn't go there so he can be. He's kind of guilted and
kind of has to be, yeah. Because, he's basically has the least amount of seniority by like 5 minutes, he says.
Yeah.
The other
it's weird. Like the cover is kind of Christmassy, but I almost didn't even notice it like the first time I saw it. I do like the placement of the Green Lantern symbol as the star of the tree. But I feel like it could have had if they had the word Christmas on the front. I love Christmas comic books. I would try to seek out a physical copy, but right now, it's on the fence.
And we did get some slight trolling from the editorial team. I'm not that guy.
Oh yeah,
I know.
I keep telling people that.
Yeah.
Do you see any gray in this hair?
No. You see the no crazy in the eye? No.
All right, so yeah, Cal, the other Titans head out to do some last-minute shopping, and Dawn and Troy heads over to her ex-husband's to see her son. Since it's such a slow night, Cal quickly becomes bored and falls asleep. Oh, this is interesting. He's haunted by nightmares of his dead girlfriend. Oh, she's like, "Oh, you cheating on me already." of his dead girlfriend, Alexandra DeWitt.
Are they even nightmares? They're like being boosted by his ring.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it creates like a construct of her, and it's just...
Yeah. Is there a setting you can shut that off in the ring? It's like, because it could be potentially embarrassing, you know? He's at work. Oh, he has some sort of different type of dream, and his coworkers come back with their Christmas presents, and they're like, "Whoa, what's
going on here?"
Well, that's the thing. It's like, no matter what, even at home, wouldn't you? I mean, should he like start taking off that ring when he falls asleep? Because he might trash the apartment if nothing else, you know?
Yeah.
Oh boy, yeah.
In fact, the whole Circle of Fire crossover. Isn't
like
that all his unconscious too working?
I think, I forgot about that. Yeah.
That's been a long time since I've read that, but yeah.
New and improved ring hunky, I think. So after that, he decides he needs to go get out and about. So that was my other question. What is this monitor duty? Are they watching through like all the closed circuit cameras in the city, or did the Titans have their own cameras out there? I mean, what are we watching?
The news? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, what are we watching? What is monitor duty?
Yeah.
I mean, unless the cops can call them, I don't know.
Well, and he does go back and charge the ring.
He goes home and charge the ring. Yeah.
He does ask a good question. How do I know if it's charged? And I'm like, well, how do you know if it's charged? How do you know what the charge is? You charge it for a while. How do you know when you finish charging it or not? I mean, what's that? I don't know.
Has he ever had a full charge in that ring? I don't know. Because once we get the rebirth, those rings actually talk and be like, yeah, you're at 100%.
Yeah. 9.8% remaining.
Exactly. I figure while you're sitting there watching TV one night, you just stick the ring to it and just... Or even if you don't know, if you have the chance to charge it every day, just do it every day.
Just do it every day, yeah. I mean, just make sure you've got gas in the tank, right?
Yeah. But meanwhile, he goes out, like you said, he goes home, recharges the ring. In Rockefeller Center, he runs into Dr. Polaris, who's causing trouble. Cal manages to stop him and heads back to HQ. Donna comes back shortly thereafter with a present for Cal, a sprig of mistletoe, and gives Cal a very warm kiss. Wait. I was waiting for Conan to make a cold, that ring construct was going to give him a cold kiss, because of the refrigerator, Conan.
Where did Dr. Polaris come from?
I don't know. Where did he go? Damage. Where did he go? I mean, Cal seemed to take him out kind of easy. I mean, I know Polaris hit him once or twice, but I mean, he seemed to take him out pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Although I guess Polaris is having mental problems or something.
Yeah, it just seemed kind of random.
Yeah.
Actually, and that's a good description of the previous issue too.
Random.
Now we're just going to walk down the street and just random crap happens, right? I mean,
we're just going to run into the crime. Yeah. Yeah, like we said, it's like a slow start until you get to the 60 issues, and then there's a bunch of team ups in the early 70s, and then John Stewart comes into the book in around 73, 74. Yeah.
Well, honestly though, I felt I felt like the book had more cohesion to it while Alex was alive, before they fridged her, because there was this continuing kind of arc of him trying to be better and her kind of coaching him. Whereas now it's just kind of, stuff happens, man. Stuff happens.
I know. And it's just like, he joined the Titans, but I mean, I guess they're doing more in the Titans book, but it's like, what has he really done with the Titans so far? It's like...
Yeah. Oh, he beat him up because he was possessed by Simon Says. Sorry.
No, Simon. Get it right.
Simon Says.
And I mean, except for Dr. Polaris, why would anyone need to be on monitor duty on Christmas Eve or whatever it is?
I don't know.
Because, there's no Justice League. There's no... I don't know. Does anyone do monitor duty anymore in current comics?
I guess they don't give it a lot of airtime. And the only time they do, it's because someone screws it up, you know?
Yeah.
As soon as he leaves, you get the magnetic indicator alert, you know? And do you think there would be an auditory alert? Like he's already like out the door when it's going off, you know, not just like a pop-up of text on the screen.
Well, and you know, honestly, why would you have somebody who can obviously do other things, you know, Green Lantern ring? Why wouldn't you have like a dedicated staff of people doing monitoring and then doing the alerting, you know, because they can't do the stuff that the heroes could do. So, you know, and the Avengers were doing this with the support staff, you know, which I thought was a really good idea back in the day. So
I was going to say, you can have somebody call, you know, like the Avengers did, you know, who's closest, you know, let's call whoever. Well, and it's not early 95. I mean, even if you can't call them, you page them or something.
Well, I mean, even back then, the Avengers had their ID cards that let you talk to somebody on them, you know.
But that's what I'm saying. Even if you don't have that, I mean, I think they're working for the government at this point, aren't they?
I think so, yeah.
But even if you don't have that, you know, call them on the phone. It's like, hey, you know, Green Lantern, you're on call tonight.
Yeah, here's the pager. Rock that pager, man.
At least he could be sitting at home.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, he keeps those two guys from mugging Santa.
Yeah.
Even wraps them up. From your friendly neighborhood Green Lantern.
Yeah.
Polaris. I knew the Green Lantern once.
I'm not that guy.
Oh, what? You didn't think I could pick up that yellow statue? Guess what? But no, yeah, like knocks Polaris over, and that seems to be about it.
Yep.
And then Polaris goes to damage 10, yes. All right, so thoughts on this?
You know, just a couple of all right sort of one-offs. You know, they don't. They're good for just a random pickup off the newsstands, and hope you know it's something that I think I enjoyed as a kid, where you know I didn't have a major comic book store, so I would get them from the drugstore or somewhere random. So I wouldn't be like, oh, this is part 4 of 18. Like, what's going on with Spider-Man now? You know, I could just enjoy it for what it was and not feel like lost, like every issue of Darkstar makes me feel. You know, but yeah, you know, and I'm a sucker for a Christmas issue, even though it didn't really beat you over the head with it as much. But if it said Green Christmas on the front, but going back and re-examining it a little bit more, I do applaud them for their choice of logo placements with the tree in the cover.
Nice.
And you know, it's basically just character building and learning more about our new pal Kyle. Although we knew some of the stuff already, they're just kind of integrating him into this group. And I think that I haven't read ahead, but I sort of feel like cracks are starting to form. Like he's not long for the world of team heroes. I don't know. It's good that he can meet people, but he's not holding up his end of the bargain too well. And there isn't much consequence yet. Maybe there will be further down the line. But,
well, I don't think Titans are much longer for the world of comics because they get canceled and relaunched, and then JLA gets relaunched, so they have to have Green Lantern. I mean, so yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like I said, next year about the beginning of April, we're going to do those first couple JLAs. Well, I might have a little surprise there too, so we can go along with that. So
cool.
All right, so should we find out what's next and get out of here?
Sounds good to me.
Because Matt Coda fell asleep 10 minutes ago.
I might have.
All right, kids. So next week, we'll be doing Guy Gardner 25 through 28 and Green Lantern 60 because, there'll be 2 Guy Gardner issues, but that 27 and 28 are that crossover with Green Lantern 60. So capital punishment. The return
Nice.
of the return of MF. Speaking of the fridge.
Oh.
So, will we get some payback?
We shall see.
We shall
see.
So, yes, so send your thoughts, kids. Email us, capesandlunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail, 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can follow Sector 2814 on Facebook, on Twitter. Go join Book of O, our Facebook fan group. Find links to this YouTube channel. You can subscribe. Again, is it a mirror universe double, or is it the real Matt Kona? Only you can tell on YouTube. Find links, most important, to the Patreon. If you can subscribe, please do. Again, we're out here on our own, paying for this out of our own pocket now. Please, if you subscribe, you can get all of our creator interviews are going up there now. Our monthly talks with Mr. D.G. Chichester are going up there. 2022 superhero movie brackets. We're going to figure out the worst superhero movie. They're going to battle it out.
That's you're doing some hard work there, man.
Oh yes. I mean, 1 week we're going to do one month. We'll probably do Superman 3 versus Superman 4. Batman Forever versus Batman and Robin. Yeah. I may have to take up drinking.
Yeah, I think so.
So find links to that or merchandise, all of it, all in one place. That's Linktree, linktr.ee/capesandlunatics. All right, Matt Kona, if people want to ask you to pull monitor duty on Christmas, we're going to get a hold of you.
Oh, I'll do it. At Matt Kona, MATTKONA. But I'm not good at monitoring magnetic interference. So.
Oh, no, he's going to be pulling monitor duty on Christmas. Baby monitor duty. All right. Will Allred, master of the core, master of the quantum zone, master of the comics, including Crossover Division. Where can people find you?
You can find me at Wallred. That's at WALLRED. And if you're interested in Crossover Division, which is a book that I do with some really awesome artists, Pablo Martinena and then Alice Leclerc will be doing the art for number 3. You can do crossoverdivision.com. Love those covers. Yes. And if you're also interested in other work, Diary of Night at diaryofnight.com with art by Gene Gonzalez. And obviously we love Quasar, and who doesn't? I mean, really. So if you want to find out more about Quasar, you can always go to the Quantum Zone at quantumzone.org.
Seems like I'm getting a package every other day. I blew that.
And most importantly,
I, of course, love Hal Jordan.
I, of course, love Hal Jordan.
He's like, I won't argue with that one. So you love Hal Jordan. Ray loves Batman. I see all the love around here.
I love Batman.
Couldn't let you get a Ray, could I, Ray? All right, everyone. Again, come back next week. Guy Gardner, 25 through 28. Get the crossover with Green Lantern 60. So, coming up in a few weeks here, we're going to be covering Guy's appearance in an action comic. So, the mullet versus the rednecks going to be coming soon.
Nice.
All that 90s good. There's an Aquaman issue coming up with Cal, so.
You know, it's funny that Hal seemed to miss a lot of those big crossovers, starting with Crisis. It just wasn't GL when they happened, right?
That's why they kicked him out.
I am Connor from the House of L.
And I am Ray from the House of Zod.
We are two of the many, many survivors of Krypton's destruction, and we have made our home in Australia, and dare I say, have become Australians, for better or worse. But we have also decided to read Superman comics, read Superman books, watch Superman shows, cartoons, movies, basically everything Superman, and from an Australian perspective as well. Whether you're a seasoned fan, like me,
or whether you are coming in fresh, wide-eyed and wanting to learn more like me, then this podcast is for you. Join us for our bi-weekly adventures available on all good podcast catchers.
Just search for Last Sons of Krypton, a Superman podcast. We'll be coming to you from Australia or some cosmic dimension, wherever we are that week. Up,
and away.